sin. No, I ain't trying to sin. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. Daddy, let me in. If not, I'm breaking in. I'm breaking in. I'm breaking in.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this
founder Moses Cleveland way back in 1790. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New England Patriots and the Cleveland Browns. Now, Dion Lewis to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
Shotgun now for Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Brady gives now to Blount. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. Now just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
double tight. 3 down.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going? An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. Now it's Griffin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So they almost turn it over. Blunt, the lone running back. Now Brady. And Gronkowski's got it. Complete over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Gronkowski may have had to miss a Super Bowl with the injury, but he was active in that parade, and now he's back on the field. And I'll tell you what, something you mentioned to me is that he was a big cheerleader for his teammates. Never hung his head through the injury. Celebrated with him all the way through the title.
We've seen superstars in the past, when their team does well without them, they're happy, but they recede into the background. Right? They get out of the way because it does hurt them a little bit. They do have pride. They want to feel like, hey, without me, they may take a little bit of a step back. But with Gronk, you never saw that. You saw him with him every step of the way, cheering his team on, happy for their success. They went 11-0 without him in 2016, but I know this, they don't want to try it again.
No,
they want the big fella back.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on fourth. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still fourth down.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They come out with one back and three tight ends. Now Brady, and it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
To throw is RG3, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Andrew Hawkins, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner rag, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Now another shot here at the PAT. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions, and boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a 5th-round pick, 3 touchdowns against Houston in the divisional round. Chris Hogan, undrafted. He ends up having 180 yards in receptions, including 5 plays of 20 yards or more against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And how about James White, a 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin? Think about who he played behind while he was at Wisconsin, and he turns out to be the unsung hero of the Super Bowl. Would have been the MVP if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
And you mentioned James White at Wisconsin. He was behind who? Melvin Gordon and Monte Ball, right?
That's correct.
On second down, here's Brady. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Brady now on first down. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like going underneath to Blunt. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. Here's Brady to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Brady to throw for it on fourth down. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And as the Cleveland Browns come back out onto the field, they'll get going again on offense here in a second. But 1-15 this last year. And it's a franchise that since moving back to Cleveland in '99 has only been to the playoffs one time.
Hard to believe, right? Just 2 winning seasons in that time.
Yeah,
frame
only 2.
as well. But I think there's optimism to be had here in Cleveland. I think that the fans, it's tough for them to see it after another 1-15 season. But I think that they have a plan in place to move this franchise forward. Ownership, front office, head coach, all in lockstep together.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. A screen complete to Crowell. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Third and long. It's Griffin. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now a first down following that long gain. Now Griffin on first down. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. To throw is RG3. Coleman has it here right side. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. It's Griffin. And this is incomplete. So we've reached halftime with just the lone. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Now it's Griffin. He'll rifle this one. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
Let's face it, we're all going to remember Malcolm Butler from the Super Bowl, the interception that reverberates, the one that denied Seattle back-to-back Super Bowl titles. But he's become a very talented, good player in the league. He's not going to just be remembered for one play.
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the blitz was on there, able to get in the backfield from the linebacker spot and get him 2 points.
Brandon, we know defensive coordinator right now who's looking for a raise. He had that dialed in perfectly, didn't he? The perfect blitz at the perfect time, 2 points for his team.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Holding offense.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Well, this is brought in by Pryor. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Terrell Pryor, 54 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he will get into the end end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Blunt, the lone running back. On second down, here's Brady. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Holding offense.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Throwing is Brady on third down. And that's caught. It's Hogan. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get a couple yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Brady to throw for it on fourth down. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield right at the 48.
On plays like this when the ball comes free, it's off the back. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Griffin. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Terrell Pryor with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Browns add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch.
Three chains.